Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games won't tell you much. What coaches are looking at now is how the players gel together and if they can produce consistent results.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant runs point with KCP to his side. Santi Aldama out there with Jackson, and it's Clark in at the center position. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Golden State. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
They had some real back-and-forth battles last year. Hopefully we see more of the same going forward.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Yes, sir. Jackson Jr. flushing.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Tonight, it's all about how they deal with the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach said it's simple. We cannot allow Morant to get downhill. That's it. The hard part is actually executing that game plan. Ja has so many moves. He's so quick and relentless. We can't lose track of him even for a moment. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Butler. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Fires in the triple.
Not necessarily a staple of Butler's game, but they're reminding the defense he can drain it from deep.
Now here's Jackson. He had 25 points in his last game. Pass to Morant. 4-3. Warriors with the rebound. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
Now here's Morant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, and he chipped in a couple of blocks also. A well-rounded, complete effort throughout.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, look, this is how you want to start every game. 5 for 5. Come on.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
The Warriors lead by 4. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run, but when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit, so eventually he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. And so it's Memphis with it, after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. And let's use this break to recognize your Western Conference Player of the Week, Jimmy Butler.
He's a great example of what a modern big looks like. He's so much more than just a big in the paint, and that versatility is a big part of what makes him such an outstanding player.
Jerome's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Pass to Morant. The Warriors pull it in.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And here's Butler outside. Ja Morant grabs the miss. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. They trail by 7. Jackson outside. Sinks the tray. Jackson's got 5 points.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
Golden State has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. Outside Butler. And there's a pick. Pass to Curry from outside the arc. And again, no good by Golden State. Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside Morant. Here's the three. And another three for Memphis.
Well, that's a good sign there from Morant. He needs to keep making those shots in order to open this offense up.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Wells is checked in for Aldama. And it's Pippen in for Morant. Here's Melton. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out. I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Pippen outside. Jackson, the pass to Pippen. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter here. Edey, that's good.
Well, you know, it's funny, but young Zach Edey has already established himself as one of the best offensive rebounders in this league.
Now here's Post. Knocks down the triple. Post has got his second basket.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
When you talk about the best shooters in the NBA, Buddy Hield has to be in the conversation.
You talk about a high-variance team. The Grizzlies keep you guessing, Coach.
Yeah, they do. They're young, brash, a ton of talent, and at times they've seemed poised to take over the West, but it hasn't happened yet.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson is checked in. The Warriors trailing. Here's Jackson Davis. Knocks down the long J. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Pippen outside. Pass to Edey. Back to Pippen. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
From deep, Melton. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Wells and Jackson, your small and power forwards. Scottie Pippen Jr. out there with Ty Jerome. And it's Edey in at the 5. Now here's Jerome. 29 points for him last game against Indiana.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
Edey, that's good.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets. Showing some power.
There's that fiery attitude of Butler's showing up the defense.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Pippen with it, guarded by Hield. Pippen, pass to Jerome. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
I think many would say Jaren Jackson Jr. has an incredibly complete game, Coach.
Yeah, offense, defense, No room for complaints, BA. Rebounding, he has the tools to dominate, but the numbers are still coming around.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pippen outside. Jackson right side. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Pippen on target from range. Pippen's got 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Healed from outside. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis leading by 3. Pippen outside. Takes a 3. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. And here's Butler outside. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Pass to Edey. There's Jackson with the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Nice shot by Kuminga.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, defensively, you let Morant put up threes, you can't take everything away from him.
Buries it from 3.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Morant, the pass to Jerome. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
A nice shot by Butler.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instincts, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark is checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Pippen. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Jerome.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Clark, the pass to Jackson. The 3-ball. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter, 3rd of the game so far.
Jackson Davis is checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Memphis also making a switch. Edey's checked in for Jackson. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Jackson Davis. Fires the 3. And it's Green missing. The Grizzlies have gone 8 for 9 here in the second. Morant against Curry. And it's Morant missing. The Warriors shooting 76%. You don't see this often. Podziemski's shot is good.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And really an offensive transformation for the Grizzlies since 2024, Grant.
Yeah, they're pushing the pace, playing a unique style with a lot of cutting and movement off the ball, crashing the offensive glass. I mean, it all seems to be working.
And so it's Golden State with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Now here's Morant. He's got 11. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Basket counts.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Now here's Morant. Inside. Here's Edey. Got a hand on it. To the inside. Jackson Davis. Again, the Warriors score.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Memphis making a switch here. Jerome's checked in. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of this game. And it's Clark on the take.
Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
There's 38 seconds left in the second. Pass to Jackson Davis. Over Clark. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Jackson Davis has got 7 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
That free throw good from Jerome. "20 seconds left in the second period. Here's Caldwell Pope. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Green for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Well, that's a gut punch to end the half. Just demoralizing.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Well, I think for the Warriors, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Now let's turn our attention to Jimmy Butler and that impressive first half we just witnessed.
He's been hunting for...
That does it for halftime.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. It has been one outstanding game from Jimmy Butler.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Down low to be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. And it's Moody in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Stan, he's one of the most exciting players in the league right now. What makes Ja Morant so special?
Well, look, B.A., his explosiveness. Sometimes he makes you nervous with how much he throws his body around. But what I love about Ja is that it shows he has no off switch. He plays with intensity.
Now here's Moody. Close in. Moses Moody
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Back to Morant. Fantastic finish inside by Morant.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
That one goes in. Podziemski's got 8.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Jackson with a screen on Curry. Shoots from 12. They grab their own miss. Count the basket.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Now here's Podziemski. Give him 8. And here's Butler outside. Aldama grabs the board. Outside Morant. They set the pick. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, that's what Caldwell Pope is out there to do. A terrific shooter from three-point land.
All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. The 4th spot held by the Warriors.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risks and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
One of the primary ways Green helps this offense, operating as a stretch big.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. A couple seasons ago, beset with injuries, the Grizzlies rode Jaren Jackson Jr. He said, I probably had never been put in a position to be that offensively free in my life. Getting those experiences, I can take that going forward. But it's more fun to have everybody around you for sure. Guys?
Great to see how he's grown. Allie, thank you.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
The Warriors lead by 10. Outside, Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Jackson for 3. Podziemski grabs the board. The Warriors have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this 3rd quarter. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Green with a screen on Morant. Pass to Podziemski. Launches it from deep. Memphis with a rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Clark, and Ty Jerome subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
Well, when Jimmy Butler is on, he is one of the scariest matchups in the league.
And here's Morant outside. The rebound by Post. And here's Jackson. 15 points in the game. And here's Morant outside. Controls the rebound and the putback. Edey's got 8.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Curry. Back to Post. 3-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter. This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And here's Butler outside. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Hield against Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Jerome up top. 6 to shoot. The shot, no good. The Warriors lead by 14. And there's Butler. That one's good on the assist by Kuminga. Butler's got 7 points here in the quarter. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's Edey, guarded by Post. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Edey. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Jackson. Wells comes in for Aldama. And it's Pippen in for Ja Morant. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here's Jerome. Give him 8. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Edey's got 14.
Well, when Edey gets strong inside positioning like there, just let him go to work because he can overpower defenses.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
All right, great pace, great energy. Keep throwing the ball ahead. You guys are just making the simple pass. That's good stuff.
Urging his team to keep pushing the break. Coach Steve Kerr.
And Coach Kerr loves the energy right now. He's all about having the pace in his favor.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Grizzlies. Wells and Jackson, your small and power forwards. Ty Jerome is out there with Scottie Pippen Jr. And it's Edey in at center, locking down the middle. Now here's Jerome. Pippen outside to the paint. Here's Edey, and the dunk by Edey.
Well, when Edey gets on a roll, it's hard to stop all 7'4" of him. He's been fantastic tonight scoring.
Here's Post. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pippen, pass to Wells. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's Edey. Banked it in off the glass. Edey's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Butler on the bounce. Outside heel. Here's Jackson Davis. And again, no good by Golden State.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Morant's checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Morant. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Well, Stan, after last season, the Grizzlies brass, quite candid, they weren't close to being championship caliber.
Well, it's a brutal business, BA. You can have a ton of talent, but sometimes there are just certain teams that stand in your way.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jackson with a screen on Curry. Outside Morant, 5 to shoot. And again, Memphis no good. The Warriors lead by 10. Outside Curry from deep. Oh, Curry making it look effortless.
One of the deadliest shooters in league history. Curry's range knows no bounds. Simply incredible.
Jackson outside. They get it back. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Jackson, the screen. Down low. Tipped. And the dunk by Jackson.
Again, it's Jackson Jr. His combination of size and shooting can be deadly.
Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Now here's Morant. Jerome feeling it out a bit. Pass to Jackson. And then jammed it down. He goes right over Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, it took plenty of skill and athletic ability for Jackson Jr. to pull that off.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A 12-point game. Outside Wells. Morant. No good from 3.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Ooh, it doesn't go.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
No. Grizzlies trail by 12. Puts up the tray. Butler rips down the board. Golden State has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. No stopping him from 16 feet out.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And the Warriors make some changes. Green's checked in for Post. Moody comes in for Kuminga, and it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. Then for Memphis, Clark is checked in for Edey. Aldama comes in for Wells. And Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Jerome. Morant. Oh, a great move!
Well, Morant has all the moves to find a way to score in there.
Green! Oh, he dropped in a sweet J. Here's Morant. A minute and a half left to play in the fourth. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, B.A. Leadership starts at the top. And the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Warriors.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again, and it worked.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jimmy Butler.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Buries it from outside! We've got 22 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Oh, he cannot hit. Jacks up a 3. Old Green rips down the board. From deep. Yes, sir! And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, team. Well, Draymond, it was smooth sailing for you tonight. How'd you make it look so easy?
I mean, it's seamless because I play with guys who makes it seamless. You know, I don't have to come out and try to do too much. Just come out and be myself. And so, for that reason, it was seamless.
All right, congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan.